Yes, indeed, what's happening? World Beam Watch Boxing back at it with another boxing video. So ESPN pulls the plug and basically scraps Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller's appearances on ESPN. You check it now. This was very abrupt, in my opinion. This came out of nowhere because on Wednesday I was watching ESPN First Take, and Max Kellerman said we're gonna have Anthony Joshua on tomorrow, being Thursday. You check it. I watched. I put on ESPN First Take Wednesday, Thursday morning, and I ain't even see no Anthony Joshua. Why would ESPN do this? Why would they do this in the 11th hour? Basically, pulling the plug abruptly. You know what I mean? Real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Well, my only reservations for that is basically they did it because man, they're not trying to help promote the competitor. You check it, especially after Tyson Fury signing a massive deal with ESPN. Now that's top ranking Bob Arum's number one priority. You know what I mean? Mike 104, what's up, big man? He's in the chat. He says ESPN giving no free lunch. Yes, indeed. They weren't going to cater for Anthony Joshua last minute. You know what I'm saying? And they basically wasn't trying to have him on the show. You check it. He was supposed to be on three shows on that Wednesday. ESPN First Take, Jalen and Jacoby, and Sports Center. All right, and he was also supposed to make an appearance on what's that man? On Stephen A. Smith's radio show. You know what I mean? Like he has done before. You know what I mean? Now, what do I think of this? Like I said, man, it would basically be a conflict of interest as far as the business side for ESPN to help promote a fight that's going to be happening on the zone. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they have promoted, or I'm sorry, they have had fighters. Basically, they had guys like what was it? Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Excuse me, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Those were two guys fighting on Showtime. They promoted. They had them on ESPN and numerous other ESPN shows. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, for us fans, we gonna be left out there. Just me personally, having AJ and Baby Miller on ESPN, First Take, Jalen and Jacoby, Stephen A. Smith Show, Sports Center. That all that does is help promote the sport and actually puts more casual eyes on this event that's going to be happening on June 1st. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about boxing getting on to be on a worldwide stage. You know what I mean? Having more eyes on the sport. Now with ESPN taking them off um, the network, taking AJ and Big Baby Miller and not trying to help promote or even just having them on the show. It's not basically about promotion. It's about putting boxing on the pedestal where it should be. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, ESPN is supposed to be the worldwide leader of sports, and I can't really say that they are. I mean, they are, yes, but they don't do a good job having boxing and things like that. They only talk about the major fights, you know what I mean? They don't even have Friday night fights anymore. No doubt they got the top rank Bob Arum shows, which is all well and fine, you know what I mean? And it looks like that's where they're going to invest their money, only strictly in ESPN top rank fighters. And I'm not mad at them. It's business, you know what I mean? It would be a conflict of interest if they did help promote Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller. But for me as a fan, I don't mind seeing Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller. Actually, I would love that shit to be for them to be on every single show from Jalen and Jacoby Sports Center, ESPN First Take because the more casual is gonna be on it. You know what I mean? They're gonna get a preview and a glimpse of what's supposed to happen on June 1st. You know what I mean? Mike 104 says ESPN is basically a faceless promotional outfit. ESPN and other cable networks have the absolute most potential to raise boxing mainstream appeal, especially since staple subscription networks like HBO are out. But it looks like ESPN is self-serving, just like every other boxer promoter network and sanctioning body. The free TV networks could have pulled a power move. I agree 100%. You know what I mean? ESPN is supposed to be the worldwide leader of sports, and for them to do Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller like that, you know what I mean? It does a disservice for boxing, and that's actually not keeping it 100 or keeping it tall with all the boxing fans that and the casuals who might want to hear what Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller got to say, especially after their explosive presser, their press conference, you know what I mean? But but at the end of the day, like I said, man, ESPN now is in the game of boxing. Max Kellerman, matter of fact, was also supposed to have Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller on this show every Friday now, 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2, Max on Boxing. I like the show. I like it better than what Jim Lampley was doing on HBO, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm just all about boxing being mainstream, you know what I mean? And if that meant for Big Baby Miller and AJ to be on ESPN, First Take, Max on Boxing, Sports Center, Jalen and Jacoby, Stephen A. Smith's radio show, then I'm all for it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, right now, it looks like Bob Arum's calling the shots with ESPN. You know what I mean? He's making the power moves over there, and he's like, what the hell, I'm going to promote this guy. What are we going to promote this guy for? He's not down with ESPN Top Rank. You know what I mean? So what does that mean? Whenever there's a next big fight on any other channel, like Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence, they're gonna have a big fight on Fox, pay-per-view Fox. What does that mean? We're not gonna see them get any shine, any promotion, any publicity on ESPN. That hurts the casuals and actually hardcore fans who want to see boxing on mainstream, like how they talk about NFL, college football, NBA, Major League Baseball, etc. You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is, man. ESPN, man, they trying to protect their business interests, and I'm not mad at them. But for us fans, again, these people don't care about us, the paying fans. You know what I mean? They only care about their interests. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's up to the zone also to do their due diligence and promote Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller. How they gonna do that? Through their app. The app, does it reach a massive broad audience like ESPN? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? But that looks like the only platform they're gonna have to help promote this Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller fight. All right, Mike 104 says Jim Lampley, the hype game. I never saw that bullshit show, but I watched it. I watched it the first few times it came on to see what it's about. Cause again, I'm all about boxing shows. NBA has the jump at 3 p.m. Eastern. You know what I mean? Probably what's that? Midday for you over there in the West Coast, Mike 104. You know what I mean? They got NFL live every single day, every single weekday out of the year. And the NFL don't be there's no NFL now. After February, there's no more NFL. But they still have NFL live every single day, every single weekday for about an hour on ESPN. Which always baffled me, but at the end of the day, hey, they got their time slots. They're gonna have to do what they gotta do. I mean, ESPN the jump, 30 minutes. Or not, excuse me, it's actually an hour, 3 p.m. Eastern. I would like boxing to have a show every day too, or at least once a week. That's why I did pay attention and look at Jim Lampley's show. But after watching like 2 episodes, I was like, this guy's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? He only wants to put guys on his pound for pound list that he wants to put, even when guys get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? When Andre Ward knocked out Kovalev, he probably still had Kovalev high on the pound for pound list. That's why I had to cut that shit off. But at the end of the day, I'm all about boxers being on mainstream TV, you know what I mean? So we can get this sport back in the limelight where it's supposed to be. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what you think about ESPN scrapping and pulling the plug on AJ's interviews for ESPN that was supposed to happen on Thursday. Let me know what y'all think about it. B Marsh Boxing, I'm out of here. Thanks, Mike 104.